Good evening, 8th graders and families of our 8th graders. It is with great pride that we present to you our 2020 8th grade crossing over ceremony.
We know that these past few months have been very difficult for everyone. We want you all to know how proud we are of the work that you put in to get to this moment in your school career.
We hope that you enjoy what we have put together for you, and we look forward to celebrating with you in person tomorrow at our drive-by crossing over parade. This video will hopefully serve as a positive memory for you for years to come.
We'd love to see pictures of you all enjoying today's virtual ceremony, so please snap some family selfies and send them our way.
So without further ado, we present to you all our Class of 2020 Crossing Over Ceremony. Congratulations to our students, and we hope you enjoy. Good evening. My name is Anthony Chiffo, and I am lucky enough to be the principal at Wantagh Middle School. It is with great pride that I welcome you to our virtual 8th grade crossing over ceremony. Although this is not how we envisioned your crossing over ceremony looking, it is our hope that this virtual version will provide you with a lasting memory that you can hold on to for years to come. Before we get started, I would like to welcome one of our 8th graders, Sean Bailey, as he leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Greeting warriors, I'm Sean Bailey, one of the proud 8th grade graduates. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated, and congratulations to my classmates.
Thank you for that, Sean. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment to thank our Board of Education, led by President Liz Goober, Vice President Adam Fisher, and trustees Anthony Greco, Kira McLaughlin, and Laura Reach for their ongoing support for our middle school program. I would also like to thank our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. John McNamara, our Assistant Superintendent for Instruction, Dr. Mark Ferris, and our Superintendent for Business, Mr. Anthony Cedrone, for having the confidence in me to lead this great building. I would also like to thank our 612 Association for their support, and lastly, a huge thank you to Wantagh Middle School Assistant Principal, Dr. Stephanie Scolari. I am so grateful to be a part of this school. Tonight is a special evening for our graduates, their proud parents, and their proud teachers. Tonight, we celebrate the achievements, perseverance, and successes of our amazing warriors. To our graduates, you should know that your families are very proud. They have high hopes for you, they believe in you, and you are making them proud by showing them what you have accomplished. I consider myself lucky to have been a small part of your journey, and I look forward to cheering you on each step of the way onto the new stage as you begin to turn the page in a new chapter in your lives. Do not be afraid of what's to come, but embrace the challenges and opportunities that this new change will bring. The high school is lucky to be gaining this caring, respectful, and thoughtful group. Be sure to maintain a positive attitude, a helpful disposition, and a willingness to try new things. Keep reading, be helpful, be good to each other, and remember that there is no substitute for hard work. I truly enjoyed the relationships we have formed this year. I had an opportunity to get to know so many new faces and reconnect with many of my former Forest Lake students. I watched you excel in academics as well as athletics. I observed you form new friendships and nurture old ones. We enjoyed watching you create beautiful works of art, start new businesses, perform musically and artistically, and construct simple aquaculture and hydroponic units in our indoor living laboratory. I enjoyed meeting some of you and getting beat by others in ping pong during your lunch period. One major highlight for me was watching some of you perform on stage in March in our production of Frozen Jr. That event was one of the last pieces of normalcy we had together before our building got shut down due to COVID-19. Do not let the events of the past 3 months define your middle school career. This is not how many of us wanted to end our school year, and not in our wildest dreams did anyone think that would be walking out of Wantagh Middle School for the last time as a student on March 12, 2020. That cannot take away the lasting memories that we all made at Wantagh Middle School and the legacy of kindness and respect that you leave behind. You will forever be a warrior and will always have a home in Wantagh Middle School. In all of your future endeavors, always think about how you would like to be remembered. It is important to remember that money is spent, accolades fade, but people who make a difference stay in your heart always. Go make a difference in someone's life, and you'll be surprised at the difference it makes in yours. You all have the power to create your own legacy, achieve greatness, and always be remembered for making a positive difference in the life of others. I wish I could hold on to you forever, but I know that it's time for Wantagh Middle School to let you go and spread your wings. I look forward to watching your growth over the next 4 years in high school. Always remember the positive life lessons you learned in middle school, and don't ever let fear get in the way of your dreams. Work hard at whatever it is you're passionate about, and don't ever quit. As my dad used to always remind me, hard work pays off. His words always ring in my head, especially when things get tough, and I now pass them along to you. Follow your dreams, and don't ever stop working towards your goals. You'll get there as long as you never quit pursuing them. Best of luck as you move on to this next chapter in your lives, and always remember to be a great warrior today. Here now to introduce our student speakers is our assistant principal, Dr. Scolari.
Thank you, Mr. Chifo. Now to speak about sixth grade memories is Nyla Lester.
Good morning. First, I would like to thank Mr. Chifo, Dr. Scolari, and faculty for giving me this amazing opportunity to share my story. Walking into sixth grade, I didn't know what to expect, but I remained open and optimistic for what was to come. Now, I can honestly say that my sixth grade experience was one that I will never forget. My earliest sixth grade memory involved walking to orientation to receive my schedule and locker number. My friends and I met up, and we all compared our schedules and teachers. We also explored the building together. I was extremely overwhelmed by all the new faces and major change of environment, but with the welcoming smiles of the teachers and staff, I immediately felt comfortable. I thought being able to open a locker was the coolest thing ever. However, it took me a couple of tries to get my locker open. I was more than ecstatic to be filling it with overpriced decorations from Amazon. The first day rolled around, and I wasn't sure what to do in the morning before advisory. I thought phones weren't allowed in the school building at all, so I sat quietly in the main lobby, watching everyone come and go until the 5-minute bell rang and it was time to go meet my advisors. Having the principal as my advisors was very intimidating because I viewed them as strict and stern people. However, I quickly learned that they laugh, make jokes, and smile just like the rest of us. I was lucky enough to have someone that I know in both my advisory and main classes. It was nice to be familiar with at least one new face. Walking into my very first class was nerve-wracking, knowing that I don't look like my peers. I was a little relieved when I saw some classmates from my old elementary school. We all proceeded to do an exercise that illustrated the differences and similarities between us. We quickly realized that we are all going through the same experience together and that we have more in common than we thought. The bell rang, and I was honestly expecting the class change to be a lot harder than it was. Having majority of my classes in the same hallway made transitioning a lot easier. During the 4 minutes in between classes, I would often see my brother who was in 8th grade. I would try to say hi, but he would pretend that he was a total stranger and that we had never seen each other before. The 8th graders would always ask me if I was Jakai's sister, and that name pretty much stuck until he graduated. 6th grade had an abundance of memorable times. My favorite memory was Miss Cornella's home base. In home base, we were supposed to read for 30 minutes, and for the other 10 minutes, you could do what you want. But that was never the case in Miss Cornella's class. She practically let us have an entire free period. I made so many new friends in home base, and it was always a blast. At the end of the year, we threw a huge party with lots and lots of sugary foods and snacks. We were literally bouncing off the walls and got multiple noise complaints from classes around us. Another memorable time was teen night. Teen night was an event where all the middle schoolers got a chance to let loose on a Friday night. We will play basketball, soccer, and dance all night in the dark, asking the DJ to play top hits at that time. Whatever happened at teen night would for sure be talked about the following Monday. 6th grade wasn't all fun and games though. There was also a great deal of responsibility I had to take on. These responsibilities included making sure my Chromebook was charged every day and completing more classwork and homework than I was used to in elementary school. While worrying about those responsibilities, I was also nervous about midterms and finals. I compiled review packets and study guides, trying to ensure that I was more prepared for these tests. Tests they came, and it wasn't nearly as bad as I had expected. 6th grade was an unforgettable experience filled with new friends, new surroundings, and an enormous amount of self-reflection. All in all, I'm glad to say that I overcame many challenges and persevered to the best version of myself. Lastly, I would like to make sure everyone stays safe and stays healthy. Congratulations to the class of 2024.
Thank you, Nyla. That was great. Now speaking about 7th grade, Heather Sheridan.
Hello, Wantagh Middle School class of 2020. I'm Heather Sheridan. Congratulations to everyone for making it to this point, and a huge thank you to all of the teachers who put in so much time and effort towards helping us succeed. We owe it all to them. And my thanks to the guidance department for electing me to represent the 7th grade experience of mine and my classmates. By the time I'm finished speaking, I'd like to answer this question on the behalf of our grade. What was 7th grade to you? So, let me take you back to September 2018, the month it all started. Summer had just ended, and as a whole, we probably had mixed feelings about school starting up again. I know that I was excited to see my friends again each day and meet new teachers and students, but I had my reservations about having to wake up earlier than 8 o'clock. Nevertheless, I gathered my things and attended my first day, and already I was noticing differences between 6th and 7th grade. 6th grade was, on a very basic level, an introductory year for middle schoolers transitioning from elementary school to secondary school. I think we can all agree that by the time the 2017-2018 school year ended, we were ready for bigger endeavors and opportunities. For most of us, 7th grade provided us with those opportunities that we were looking for. They came in the form of new academic challenges, school sports teams, and the privileges that came with being older. The first 2 quarters passed all too quickly with picture days, band, chorus, and orchestra concerts, holiday recess, and numerous assemblies. Now we were halfway through the year, meaning that we were halfway through middle school. With quarter 2 ending and grades being published soon, we all were preparing for what was coming, midterms. 7th grade midterms were more difficult than 6th grade midterms were, which meant more studying. Many of us had to up our game. Small efforts just wouldn't cut it. Midterms passed, and we were back into the swing of the last 2 quarters, and soon the weather became clearer and temperatures became warmer. Spring sports started up, the drama club performed their production of Shrek, and we took a field trip to the cradle of aviation. We were all looking forward towards the summer, but first came finals. We prepared the entire year for these tests, and finals week was finally here. I think that I speak for most of us when I say that I was excited, but definitely apprehensive. Nevertheless, finals week passed, and on the last day we bid farewell to Wantagh Middle School and turned towards the summer and our final middle school year that was a mere 2 months away. To circle back to the question I wanted to deliver an answer to, what was 7th grade to us, I must say that choosing one adjective to sum it all up is not an easy task. We all had different experiences, good, bad, mediocre, or a mixture of the 3, and we all have different opinions. Despite our different experiences, we can probably all agree that 7th grade in Wantagh Middle School was educational. Of course, we learned all about American history and algebra, but the material our courses covered isn't all that we were taught. We grew up and matured in 7th grade, from a 6th grader to an 8th grader, from a child to an adolescent, and we learned more about ourselves as people, and the way that we viewed the world, as well as the way the world viewed us. We learned who our friends were, and we learned what it was like to be less dependent on the adults around us. We owe it all to our teachers, our parents, and to anyone who fostered us and helped us as we grew, and all those who will continue to assist us as we mature more and more each day throughout high school, throughout college, and throughout the rest of our lives. So, from me to you, thank you, class of 2020. You all taught me so much, and I know I'll always remember 7th grade and all the years I've spent with you at Wantagh Middle School.
Thank you, Heather. Wonderful job. Now speaking about 8th grade, Vito Beretta.
Hi everyone, my name is Vito Beretta. I hope you are all staying happy and healthy. Our 8th grade school year started in September and was going great. We were studying hard, making strides with our amazing teachers, with the guidance of our amazing guidance counselors, and the coolest principal, Mr. Chiffo. I just finished a project for my home ec class creating a functional food truck with my friend Jonathan. It was so much fun. But then, all of a sudden, and without warning, my parents pulled me out of school. My sister, as some of you may know, has type 1 diabetes, and some kind of virus was starting to hit Nassau County. Shortly after, we were all out of school, home, doing schoolwork from our computers, in our pajamas, in our living rooms and kitchens. I now know why. It is called COVID-19. My grandparents are very sick and in the hospital. My grandfather passed away, and my life changed. What didn't change is that the 8th grade class is unstoppable. We are Wantagh strong. We are Wantagh warriors. This will not stop us or defeat us. The sky's the limit, and we will go on to do great things. When the world needed to be apart, together is where we will find ourselves in the future. Thank you to all our amazing teachers. Thank you to all our amazing middle school staff. And to the 8th grade class, we got this. We will be back. We will be strong. We will be together, and we will move forward. Stay safe and healthy, everybody.
Thank you, Vito. That was fantastic. Now speaking about looking on to high school, Madeline Hartman.
To my fellow students, congratulations on crossing over. Since we were in elementary school, we have been exposed to movies about high school. From what we saw, it seemed like a never-ending party filled with juicy drama and lovable characters. We've sat through hours of stereotypes and cliches expecting that to be what our years in high school would be like. And now that we are older, it's pretty clear it isn't going to be like the movies. But the question is, what will high school actually be like? We have worked hard for the past 3 years so that we could get to this moment. 6th grade was all new territory. Moving from elementary school to the middle school was a big step. 7th grade, we were now familiar with the school, but there were new opportunities for us. And 8th grade, we were finally the oldest in school, just a year away from being freshmen. When we entered the school in 6th grade, I remember looking at the 8th graders and thinking they all looked so much older and more mature than us. I thought we would never be like that. But here we are. Middle school is such an important time because we got to learn new things about ourselves. We've made new friends, found new hobbies, and tried new things. We need to take everything we've learned from our years here and apply it to the next 4 years and the rest of our lives. People will find new things that they like or continue to improve upon the hobbies that they already enjoy. We will start being able to make choices about our future and figure out what we want to do once we finish school. Soon our high school coming-of-age story will begin. And back to my question from earlier, what will high school actually be like? I don't really have the answer, but I know what it isn't going to be like. You won't have to choose a certain group where people never mingle with others. The clubs that you join or the things that you like won't define you as a person. It isn't going to be like High School Musical or Mean Girls, because our high school experience is going to be our own, not some cheesy early 2000s movie. The things that we've learned these past 3 years will help us to adjust to the change. Even though high school and middle school seem so insanely different, they're just a short bridge apart. We will make new memories, meet new people, and there will be new opportunities for us. We were able to adjust to online schooling because of COVID-19 in just a few weeks, while we've been preparing for high school our whole lives. So, I believe we are ready for high school and any challenge it throws at us.
Thank you, Madeline. Great job. At this time, we would like to recognize our graduates.
James Ackerman, Shane Adams, James Ambrosino, Kenneth Annunziata, Dean Armstrong, Raghav Aurora, Isabella Astasa, Isabella Aviles, Sean Bailey, Alexander Barbario, Katie Bardak, Aiden Bardi, Vito Beretta, John Barry, Isabella Bartolucci, Allison Beatty, Olivia Belling, Nicholas Benedetto, Joshua Berlin, Justin by phone, Bethany Boland, Alex Bonanno, Jonathan Bono, Eleftherios Boudaris, Kelsey Bowden,
Taylor Boyle, Jack Brady, Andrew Braun, Gianna Bruno, Benjamin Burkhart, Elena Buscemi, James Byrne, Kevin Byrne, Gina Canestro, TJ Carlo, Zachary Clark, Anthony Clem, Joseph Clem, Amaya Clement, Julia Cocciola, Luke Cocciola, Samantha Colucci, Amanda Combs, Kyle Conklin, Peter Conlin, Thomas Conway, Amanda Coppola, Samantha Cortez, Giuseppe D'Amato, Stephen D'Amato,
Jack Denkenbrink, Amanda Deedy, Louis DeLuca, Richard DiRupo, Frank Desiderio, Charles DiStefano, Jaden Diaz, Nicholas Diaz, Sienna Dilio, Dominic DiMatteo, John Michael Tavella, Luke D'Onofrio, Gabrielle Edelman, Casey Escobar, Vincent Farino, Alex Fasano, Hunter Fasano, Ryan Ferrara, Anthony Figolosi, Caden Fiorello, Sarah Fiorabello, Paul Fontana, Jack Friedfertig, Grace Fulton, Nicole Garfinkel,
Kendall Garrett, Colin Gherkin, Juliana Giacometti, Thomas Gilia, Molly Rose Graff, William Greaves, Madeline Hartman, John Paul Hobiel, Christopher Heisler, Sari Heller, Zachary Henglein, Alessandra Hermes Bevins, Sean Hill Hotz, John Hodney, Ryan Horowitz, Catherine Ibrahim, Lucas Immel, Mario Inella, Patrick Iskander, Kyle Ivy, Logan Jaramillo, Maya German, Mackenzie Kelly, Morgan Kelly, Sierra Kenny,
Adrian Kahn, Casey Kissinger, Jessica Konecki, Emily Karaki, Kevin Kramer, Sophia Kranis, Mandy Kraus, Thomas Lago Marcino, L. Lang, Lenny LaRosa, Rami Latif, Thomas Leek, Melanie Lee, Megan Lee, Tiffany Lee, Maya Lembo, Melissa Lento, Lauren Lurch, Anthony Lero, Nyla Lesta, Megan Libby, Eva Loffman, Patrick Lucy, Emilia Lupo, Nico Masiak,
Sarah Magaloff, Julia Maniscalco, Paige Martin, Sophia Martinez, Jake Martini, Maggie Massari, Emily McGowan, Christopher McNamee, Jake Mendolia, Ryan Mendolia, Joseph Merrow, Natalie Myers, Michael Mikic, Ariana Minerva, Tyler Mingozi, Brooke Minogue, Kristen Mittel, Claire Modica, Andrew Montagano, Nicholas Morabito, Joseph Mugavero, Jacqueline Mundy, Kayla Newbert, Emma Nicholas, Brandon Nisinoff,
Elena O'Brien, Patrick O'Connor, Adriana Oranges, Daniela Oranges, Nicholas Paget, Gabriella Pangredic, Sophia Pangredic, Joseph Parkinson, Andrew Pascucci, William Pascucci, Katrina Pastori, Courtney Pavic, Sophia Petroselli, Thomas Picarillo, Sophia Piergiovanni, Brandon Proctor, Gina Rayano, Nicholas Razik, Abigail Reef, Ashley Rice, Rachel Risland, Brian Rivera, Joseph Robbins, Madeline Rose, Riley Ross,
Juliet Rotella, Jordan Roth, Alex Rumbos, Christian Russo, Matthew Russo, Shane Russo, Gabriella Salgado, Cameron Samaru, Darren Santucci, Jason Sorosi, Jack Scary, Salvo Banchita, Stephanie Schaefer, Heather Sheridan, Jacqueline Silverman, Matthew Silverman, Bridget Smith, Madison Smith, Michelle Smith, Alec Spar, Hayden Stein, Junaid Sumro, Jack Tate, Isabella Tereski, Justin Termine,
Jonathan Teets, Brian Tinoco, James Tulo, Mia Tunowitz, Sophie Vanikiotis, Jesse Van Orden, Ellie Verone, Joseph Vasquez, Jason Vega, Enrique Viralara, Rebecca Veronice, Catherine Ware, Tyler Williams, Caitlin Wilson, William Windish, Isabel Witt, Brendan Yeager, Nico Zervos, Nicoletta Zito.
Please join me in congratulating all of the graduates. We are so proud of you. Now, some congratulatory words from our Board of Education President, Mrs. Liz Goober.
Hi, 8th grade class. This is Liz Goober, Board of Ed President. Wanted to send you a quick message to say congratulations, and we are so proud of you. This is such a great achievement for you. Middle school in many ways is such a transitional time. It's when you as a student grow so much in these 3 years. From 6th grade to 8th grade, there's so much that changes. You become more of your own person. You become independent, and it prepares you for the next chapter, which is high school for you. So we wish you well. I know this year hasn't been the easiest with some cancellations of some of our celebratory events, but know that your achievements don't go unnoticed. We as a board are so proud of your achievements, and we can't wait to see the many great things that are in store for you in high school. So we wish you well. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Goober. Now some words from our superintendent, Mr. John McNamara.
Hi, 8th graders. This is Mr. McNamara, the superintendent. I just wanted to take a moment and congratulate all of you on your completion of middle school and your crossing over to the high school. Certainly a great milestone for all of you. And I want to wish you nothing but great success at the high school. I know that we are certainly looking forward to you joining us over there. And I thank you for all your contributions to the middle school over the past few years, and look forward to all of the great contributions that I know that you will bring to Wantagh High School in the coming years. So best of luck to you all, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. McNamara. Now for some closing remarks, Mr. Chifo.
That concludes today's ceremony. Congratulations to all of our warriors on this great achievement, and best of luck to you as you move on to this next important chapter in your lives. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Always believe in yourself, and may your dreams guide you to success. We will miss you greatly, and you will always be a part of the Wantagh Middle School family. And remember, be a great warrior today.